If you would like to help support Jonose Cigars, head on over to the Smoke a Good One shop, link in the description below, where you can find all the great Jonose Cigars merchandise, t-shirts, phone cases, coffee mugs, and much more. So head on over to the Smoke a Good One shop today and help support this amazing cigar channel. Hey everybody, Joe with Jonose Cigars. It's that time of year again. People have been asking for it, and I have been planning on doing it all along. I get to show off my stash for 2021. I started doing this basically in 2018, I believe, just going through what I had in the Humidor. People really seem to like it, so every year I kind of revisit a Humidor Tour and kind of show off what I've got in the cabinet. Things that I've got stashed away for aging, things that I'm looking forward to smoking, and just some of my favorite sticks that I buy by the box or buy by 5-packs and keep in this wonderful cabinet. It's a really good thing that I don't have a double door cabinet, because I probably wouldn't be able to afford my mortgage anymore, because I'd be spending all of my money on cigars to fill up the double cabinet. So it's a good thing that I have just a single door cabinet. Otherwise they'd be spending way too much money on cigars, if that's possible. For those of you who have talked to me about, hey, what's up with you always seem to be wearing this shirt in a lot of your extra videos, yeah, this is my wintertime day off shirt, okay? It's comfortable and I like it, so that's what I wear. Here we go. Let's dive right into this cabinet, see what I got inside this guy this year. Okay, so I'm just gonna open this guy up, and I've got a lot of stuff that I had from previous years still in here, but I've got some new things, and let's just kind of, instead of going from bottom to top, I'm going to go to top to bottom, and we'll just do it that way. So let's start off here. One of my favorite cigars, obviously, by Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust, the Todos los Dias in Robusto. This is one that I just really enjoy. It's one of those cigars that's just super full-bodied, super rich, and it just really does it for me a lot of the time. This is actually the second box that I have bought from Dunbarton Tobacco for this particular blend, and as you can see, I've already started into this one. I'm going to try like mad to actually let these age this time, as opposed to just smoking them all before they are even a year old. So that's that one. Another box that I've really gotten into this past year, the Lunatic Torch by Aganorsa Leaf. Really did like this cigar quite a bit, and I've gone through just about half this box, and I am going to have the willpower to not smoke any more of them until they are a little bit older. So this coming summertime is when I'll, in theory, start smoking these guys up again. But a really great cigar, nice shag foot, great flavors when they were fresh. Can't wait to see what they're like when they are a little bit mature. Next up, we have another, wouldn't you know, Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust. You're going to see a lot of boxes by Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust in this Humidor Tour this year. The Mi Querida Triqui Traca, number 552. It's the Robusto size. Another great cigar that I just really love. Another one of those great full-bodied, full-flavored sticks that just look gorgeous. Clearly made my top 10 list this past year, 2020. And that's another one that I will probably have as a perennial mainstay in my humidor. Besides that, on the top shelf, I've got some, for whatever reason, a random, not sure why this is here. I'll admit, I have not organized my humidor in a little while, and I probably should have done that before I did this tour, but oh well. Got a bunch of, still I got 3 of the farm rolled from the AJ Fernandez takeover, and then this is the envelope of farm rolled from the Espinosa takeover from the previous month. So they're just there for some reason. And this is a fun little bit. I still have a little sampler of cigars from a buddy of mine, George Coulter, of Jorge Cigars. He makes his own cigars, and he's gotten very good at the whole blending process. He just sits in a room by himself, smokes a bunch of tobacco in different combinations until he finds things that he thinks taste right. And these, while I'll admit, are not the prettiest looking cigars, they smoke and taste amazing. And I was very grateful that he was so good to send me some of his stuff. I've smoked about half of the stuff that he sent me, and I need to get around to smoking the rest of them and let him know my thoughts. It was very generous of him. Thank you, George, again. Appreciate you, buddy. Hope you're staying warm this winter. All right, moving down to the next shelf. You're going to find some more Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust stuff. So we've got case of the Maestro de Saka Unstolen Valor, which is actually not a Steve Saka blend. It's his one of his blenders, Raul, who he let him decide what the cigar was going to be blended. It's just a beautiful, beautiful Toro. It smoked great. I just reviewed this cigar earlier this month, well, in January anyway, and I really was impressed with it. The presentation of this box with the coffins is really cool. I actually was sent 3 additional besides this box by Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust, and I've already gone through those 3. But still have another 6. Let those age for a little bit. See how they do with a little time. Moving on. Got a couple by Caldwell. We have one, the Last Czar, the Corona Gorda. Smoked a few of those and I actually really thought they were great. This cigar, according to Robert Caldwell, is one of those cigars that was supposed to be a well-balanced, spicy cigar that ages well. So I'm going to take them up on that challenge and see how they do after some age. I've always smoked 3. I love it. Love this cigar. Did a review of this past year. Glad I bought a box. And of course, we have another. This is the Caldwell, Adrian Fernandez, and Matt Booth collaboration, the Tea and Maduro. Love this cigar. As you can see, not a whole lot of them left. But, again, I'm going to let them age. See how they do with a little bit of time. Another one of those box-worthy sticks. Another thing I picked up recently, I have not smoked it yet. This is the Illusione one-off. This is the Corona size. This is a box of 10. Haven't lit one up yet. They're ready to smoke. I bought these about a couple months ago, so they should be ready to smoke now. But I just haven't gotten around to doing it yet. I like Illusione's stuff. I think they make great cigars. Looking forward to this one. And then last on this shelf, we have the Silver Mesa Brûlé Blue. This was, of course, the cigar of the year for my list this past year, 2020. Just a surreal smoking experience. Absolutely wonderful. A true testament to how good of a blender Steve Saka really is. I love the box in this. It's just a beautiful box. Interesting enough, he puts them in boxes of 13, a baker's dozen. Not sure if that was a gimmick or if that was another reason for that. Don't know. Alright, we're going to move on down now to the next shelf down, and you'll see here I have right in the front a box of the HVC 500th anniversary. And for whatever reason, I left my last Series V Milanio that I have. Need to restock this guy, but I only had one left, and I just set it there for whatever reason. I was just cleaning out the box, and so I didn't have a place to put it. And this was the first open spot that I had. But I also have the HVC 500s. Got, what are those, 8 left. This was a box of 15, as you can see right there. 15 Selectos. Oh, come on, focus, focus. Yeah, the camera doesn't want to focus. Just trust me, it says 15 Selectos. Great stick. Just recently had another one of those the other day, and I just reminded just how good a cigar this is. Well done, HVC. Besides that, on this shelf, I have one of my perennial favorites for the morning time, the Oliva Connecticut Reserve in Toro. Just a great little cigar, very affordable, easy to buy a box of, and I smoke them pretty regularly. Next box on the shelf, of course, I have another by Aganorsa leaf, the Supreme Leaf. I have one Toro, or I have one Robusto rather, and 4 Toros left. And like I said, I really wanted to see what these are like after a year of aging, so I'm not going to light them up until this coming summer. See how they do, but as it is, it's already a phenomenal stick. And then last on this shelf, this is kind of an experiment for me. I always liked A.G. Fernandez boutique blends, and one of their boutique blend labels was the Man of War. And I smoked one of these. This is the Ruination Warhorse, which is this gigantic Perfecto. And they look beautiful. It's a beautiful cigar. I've always loved the Man of War insignia. Really cool, the Spartan helmet. This is a pretty run-of-the-mill tasting cigar when you first get it out of the box. But I am really confident that this is going to be one of those sticks that just blossoms beautifully after you've had some age on it. So I am going to let these age for a while and see how they do. Don't know if I'm going to be right or wrong, but this was definitely inexpensive enough of a box for it. Even if I am wrong, I'm not going to feel too bad about it. Alright, moving on To the next level of shelves, we've got another favorite of mine, Tatuaje Avion, which is basically just the Fausto blend in a big Perfecto size. It's a great stick. I unfortunately don't get to smoke this as much as I want to, because it is a really, really wonderful cigar. One of Tatuaje's best, and I need to start getting some more Tatuaje blends in the cabinet because they are just so worth it. Still have my box from last year of the Hoya de Nicaragua Antaño. A very, very good cigar. Nice medium-bodied. Still have a lot of these left. Very affordable, very well-rounded stick, and definitely will keep these in the humidor for a long time just because it's a great cigar. Still have a box of the Mancanudo vintage 1997 Maduros. I don't have a full box of these left. I still have about, I think 7 of these left. So you see, take the tray out and there's, oh no, I have 8 left. Okay, cool. Don't even realize how many I have. This is definitely Macanudo's best blend, in my opinion. And I was really glad I was able to pick up a box of these. Nice looking box, too. This was a gift from the birth of my youngest son this past year. A buddy of mine, Smokin' Jay, got me a box of the La Galera 80th anniversary. This is kind of a cool box because you have these Bellicosos on the top, but then take this off and you also have Toros underneath. So it was a combo box. You had 7 of the Bellicosos, or torpedoes, and 7 of the Toros. Kind of neat. And I love how sturdy and hefty this box is. Great little box. Big box, rather. Now this is a box I've had for a long time now. Of the Ave Maria by A.G. Fernandez Argentum in Perfecto. This is actually a really good cigar. And I think this is going to be amazing because this is now 2 years old. Now I really need to take one of these out and light it up and see how they've done. Haven't smoked one of those in a long time. Have a box of the A.G. Fernandez New World Cameroon in Churchill. This is a very nice sort of vegetal tasting grassy stick, medium bodied. A great addition to the New World lineup. I have one of those classic cigars that just really rounds out the humidor well. It's the Arturo Fuente Flor Fina 858 in Maduro. One of the best beginner sticks out there, and anytime someone comes over who's never had a cigar before, I almost always grab this one because it's just so delicious and easy to smoke. It's very accessible and not expensive. So if they don't like it, I'm not going to be too upset if they don't finish the cigar. Still have a certain number of these Crown Heads Juarez. Big 5x56 Robustos. What do they call these? I think they call these the Willie Lees, or can't remember if they're Willie Lees or Jack Browns. They have a specific name, and they don't have it printed on the box for some reason. Interesting. Anyway, I have about 6 of these left. How many do I have left? Oh no, I got more than that. Good. Got 11 of these left. Haven't even gone through half the box. That's good. One of Crown Head's crowning achievements, in my opinion, because this is a very affordable cigar that smokes like a $12 cigar. And then last on this box shelf is the Uncharted. This is a blend that was kind of forgotten. It was blended by A.G. Fernandez. This is a 5x52 Robusto, and great funky flavors of earth and coffee. Very well-rounded, savory, somewhat sweet, hints of cocoa. Really, really like this cigar, and I bought these from JR Cigars. Was running a special because they found a bunch of these in their aging rooms, inventory rooms, and this was something that just wasn't being sold very much for whatever reason, just wasn't selling. And so I got this box for $60, and I figured, why not? Let's just see what it's like. I'm really glad I did. It's a great cigar. I put all this stuff back, if I can. I can remember how I had it all in there. It's always a game of Tetris putting all my stuff back in here. I think that was there. Yeah, I think that's right. That was, I think, there. Okay, I think that's right. And maybe that was there, and you were there. Okay, there we go. All right, last shelf before we get to the individual cedar shelves. We have some things that I have had for a long time. This is a box of Norteños that I only have a few left in. Yeah, I only have 3 left. This is now 4 years old, this cigar. Now this is one of those cigars that just ages beautifully. It's a fine cigar when it's fresh, but when it is aged, oh my gosh, is it amazing. We have another box of La Flor Dominicana Chapter 1s, one of LFD's great blends. Beautiful cigar. And we pulled those out a couple of weeks ago, a buddy of mine, Ben, and I, and we had a couple of these, and they have aged very, very well. I really like this one a lot. This is a box of the Alec Bradley Project 40, which I have not actually opened yet. I got a great pickup deal for this, and it's one of those cigars that's already a very affordable stick. I'm thinking about giving this away as a prize for the next trivia night for first place. So whoever wins will get a box of the Project 40 by Alec Bradley and Toro. Still have some Bellas Artes Maduro by AJ Fernandez. Definitely one of AJ's best core line blends. I'm a big fan of Maduros, and then the original Bellas Artes was good enough as it was, but this one in particular really, really, really impressed me. I just like this cigar a lot. Love the box work. It's beautiful. Great stick. This is one that was introduced to me from the Bravada Cigar Club, the Avo Vizian Regional West Edition. Interesting thing about this, it's a cardboard box. This is not wood. This is cardboard. Anyway, one of my favorite Avo sticks. Made my top 10 this past year. Great cigar. See how it does with a little bit of age. I picked up a coffin of the Asylum 8-year in 2020. I actually put this up for review as far as a choice for reviews, and it did not get voted in. Maybe I'll put it back up on a poll later on, because this is kind of an impressive cigar. Comes in a coffin. Comes padded in the coffin. Pull that out. Beautiful stick. I'm not a huge fan of Asylum as far as a brand, but I'm willing to try anything, and this one looks like something that would be incredible. Boy, that wrapper leaf just feels like this coarse sandpaper. It's got so much nice tooth on it. I think I will definitely have to put this one back up as a possibility to be voted in a coming month for a poll. We'll see. Still have one of my favorites, the EP Carrillo La Historia. This was the first cigar that really started to get EP Carrillo on the map as far as cigar aficionado was concerned. It scored a whopping 95 and was the #2 cigar in 2014. Lost to the Series V Milanio by Oliva, and then they went on to make the Encore, which did win Cigar of the Year, and then eventually the Pledge, which of course won Cigar of the Year this past year, 2020. This is a box of the Yagua that JC Newman was good enough to send me. I've smoked quite a few of these already. I was really intrigued by this cigar, and it comes wrapped in like this palm leaf here, and then if you take one of these out, if anyone hasn't seen this, this is kind of the thing. They bundle them together in these weird shapes, and each one is different. They all are a little oddly pressed, but great flavors of banana and palm leaves. Really, really nice and creamy cigar. Very oily. I know a few people who smoked them, not really crazy about them. I kind of dug the cigar a lot, and I was really, really grateful that JC Newman sent this to me. I really enjoyed it. Besides that, on this shelf, I still have about 5 left of the Bravada Ghost series that they marketed this past Halloween. This was a very, very good full-bodied cigar. Really enjoyed it. Nice box press Toros. I'll be sad when they're gone. Only have 5 left. And then I keep this little box over here. These are cigars that I am intending to review in the future, either on Instagram or YouTube. So we got a lot of stuff on here. We got the we got the Viva La Vida by AJ Fernandez. Got a Project 40 in Maduro by Alec Bradley. What else we got in here? It's Cinco Décadas by Joya de Nicaragua. There's a lot of stuff in here. Gatekeeper by Alec Bradley. All cigars that I want to review at some point. For video reviews, I'll definitely be leaving that up to the voters, of course. But even ones that don't get voted in, I might actually put up on social media. So I'm going to put all these guys back before moving on. Oh, knocking over my hygrometers. And we will move on down here to the cedar shelves. I will just pull them all out and just kind of go over generally. There's a lot in here, so I don't want to spend too much time going through each individual shelf. There's just a lot of stuff. We got a bunch of Avo and Foundation stuff. Also got a couple of Illusione Epernay in this tray. Next we got, this is the Rocky Patel shelf. We got a bunch of the 20th anniversary, 15th anniversary, vintage 1979, dark Dominican, stuff like that. Down here we got more boutique stuff. You have Southern Draw Cedrus, some Tatuaje, some, this is a cigar that I actually wanted to review this past year and never got around to. It's the Island Gem by Oscar. It's a cool cigar. It's got that cool pencil cap, nice shag foot, nice Island Gem band work there. It's beautiful. This is a cigar that's up for review. The poll right now is the Blackwork Studio Morphine. This is the 5.5 by 48, kind of a Corona Gorda. A couple of the Crown Heads. Luminosa. I had a Killer Bee in here still. Wow. Oh, I got a couple of them. That's nice. I also have the Blackwork Studio Morphine in Lancero, which was one that actually made my top 10 list as far as an honorable mention was concerned last year. And a few other things by Blackwork Studio in there. Some Natural Born Killers, Killer Bee, Green Hornet. Whoop, come on. Get back in there. Too many sticks. Alright, moving on to the next shelf. It's kind of an odd mix of Fuentes and Caldwell and JFR and Oscar. Just a bunch of cigars. There's just so many. It's hard to keep track of how many I got. Got some HVC and Aging Rooms, La Flor Dominicana in this one. We got some La Palinas, some La Gloria Cubana, some Aroma de Cuba, some Protocol cigars, and some of these Joya de Nicaragua Cabanetas. And I got a couple of the EP Carrillo Inch and Maduro. It's actually a good cigar. I haven't smoked that in a while. Should pull that out again. These have been aged for a while. I think they're probably really good at this point. Alright, what the hell else I got in here? Do I have anything else that's noteworthy? Let's see. Got a bunch. Okay, got some Room 101 and Olivas in this one. These are just cigars that I either bought by the box and only have a few left, or I bought 10 packs or 5 packs of, and I just haven't gotten around to smoking them in a while. Oh, here's an interesting one. The Oliva Monticello. A friend of mine, fan of the channel, sent me a bundle of these because he had known I had never tried it before. I did a review of it early. I think it was it last year? Was it last year, early last year? It might have been January or so. I can't remember. Anyway, this is one that I have put up for a poll last month, but it didn't get voted in. This was the Room 101 11th anniversary. I might just have to review this as my own choice at some point in future months. We shall see. And, oh yes, the good people at Crux Cigars sent me a nice 4-pack of cigars, including this one, the Crux Epicure. Love this stick. Just a great cigar. One of those that I might actually just go and buy a box of at some point. We got a bunch of big name cigars like CAO, Monte Cristo, Romeo and Julieta in this one. Just some cigars that I've had left over from previous buying experiences and haven't gotten through all of them yet, and so they just kind of go down in these trays until I find a time to smoke them, or give them to people to smoke themselves. And then last we have this tray of my father sticks, just a bunch of my father sticks. You got some La Duenas in there, the Judge, La Valencia, Jaime Garcia, the Don Pepin of Garcia Blue, the Centurion, La Antigüedad. What else we got in there? So we have some Le Bijou 1922s in here too, La Gran Oferta. Yep. It's a bunch of stuff in there. Alright. And then last on the shelf we have this. I kept this box only because it's such a huge box. I bought a box once upon a time. Can I get it out? Humidor? Yeah, there we go. Ugh. I once bought a box of the Reconquista by Ave Maria, which is a very impressive cigar. But the box was so big and so cool I didn't want to get rid of it, so I just kept it and put all my random A.G. Fernandez blends in there. So we got some Bellas Artes, some San Lutanos, some Ave Marias, some Ramon Iones, another great blend by A.G. Fernandez, some Dias de Gloria, some Enclaves, a couple of Man o' War Armadas, and then he also makes Diesel. And I have one Diesel Whiskey Row left that has the Rabbit Hole whiskey in it. Good little cigar. All these are good cigars. All right, so that is it for the most part. Oh, forgot a couple of important pieces. Let me just put all this shit back. So down here at the very bottom is where I keep a drawer full of Pravada shop sticks and the few Cubans that I do have in here. So you can see I've recently picked up a couple of the Cafe Stags. Those are really good. And I also bought a couple of the dark ones too. I haven't smoked the dark ones yet, but the original, this guy, great cigar. Absolutely loved it. I also went ahead and bought from the shop one of the Do Not Buy This. I don't know if anyone's ever done one of those Do Not Buy This. And they sent me one of the School Bus by Edgar Seward. Edgar Julian, for those of you who may know him by that name. Still have a couple, or is this the last one I have of the Paul Sulak Red Screaming Sun? One of my favorites that Pravada's ever put out. Of course, I have a couple of the Thai teas. Still need to smoke one of those. Haven't tried it yet. And a couple of, let's see, CLE, aged 7 years. We've got 3 of those. One left of the Montenegro Reds, which I love. A couple left of the Uncle Paulie's Deli. Love that cigar. I still have 3 left of the HVC Black Friday 2019. That was a great cigar. One each of the 2 pretzel sticks from the foodie box from earlier this year. And I have one Good Life left. A great cigar. Love it. Absolutely love this cigar. I'm going to save that for a special occasion. Still have a few of the My Blue Heaven re-ups. And then I still have a few authentic Cubans left in this box, or this bag here. This was a 10-pack that I bought through Cigar Terminal. People were asking me, was that 10-pack worth it? It was like $100. Yes, it was, because I actually enjoyed a lot of it. Got a couple of Paul Stulaks that he just released this past year. Oh look, I still have more of the Red Screaming Suns. Yes, glad I had more than just one left. I bought 2 of these Incas. First one I smoked was incredible. Absolutely love that cigar. Did a written review of that one on Instagram, so check that one out. So that's what's in the bottom box, bottom shelf, drawer, whatever you want to call it. I do still have one other drawer. That's this guy. And that's where I keep all the kind of expensive ones that I just don't want anyone to just smoke. So you can see I've got, I'm not sure why these are in here. These should be down in the Pravada drawer. Some more of the Paul Stulaks, as you can see. Got 5 more of those. I'm going to put those down in the Pravada drawer. See, still have a Velvet Rat that Drew Estate sent me earlier this year. It's a great stick. Got a couple of those. I also have the Dirty Rat. Came in that nice little sample that Drew Estate sent me. Got a bunch of these H. Upman 175th anniversaries. Got a bunch of Davidoffs. Let's see, we got some of the Millenniums. Got some of the 702. Well, that's the Millennium too. Where's the 702? Here it is. Here we go. Special R 702 series. It's a great stick. What else we got in here? I have 1 Year of the Rat, which I have not smoked yet. You can see what that's all about. Although they've already moved on to the Year of the Ox. This is a gift from last Christmas from a brother-in-law. The Anniversario. In a tube. Beautiful stick. Great cigar. I'm going to set this box down because it's just getting too heavy. Got a couple of random stuff like the Ashton Heritage Churchill. Let's see, an Ashton ESG. Yeah, and Ashton Symmetries, which I took the band off for some reason. La Plasencia Alma Fuerte. Yeah. One of those left of the 602. Gotta be careful not to damage any of these cigars. This is the new one that Foundation just put out, the Foundation Tabernacle Goliath. That's been put up for a possible review for this coming month. Have some of the Lost City by Opus X. There's a bunch of other Padrones in here too. We've got some Patron Damasos. Have a couple of these 1964 Aniversario Bellicosos. Oh look, there's some more Killer Bees. These aren't particularly expensive, but they are very special to me, and for whatever reason I have them in that drawer. They should really be in a separate spot. Let's see. Oh, I also have one of the Foundation Cigar Foundation Tabernacle in David side, which is different size Perfecto. Have an 85 year by Padron. Saving that for a special occasion. What else we got in here? I've been aging these 1926, original 1926 by Padron, because I really am curious to see how they age well. The last time I reviewed this cigar was for the channel, and it had been aged 2.5 years or so, and it was just amazing. So I'm aging these again, see if they perform just as well a second time. I bought this because it looked really intriguing. Yep. And it's the Opus X Forbidden. That'll eventually be put up as far as a poll choice for the channel as well. And of course, I also have some Series 1926 90th number 90s in Maduro. One of those cigars that I just always like to have on hand. And I've got a couple others in here. What do we got? Some Liga Privada number 9s. Yeah, Liga Privada number 9s. Bellicoso. And we got a Pappy Van Winkle, which I have not smoked yet. Have to try that one out. And I have a God of Fire, which I picked up. I'm sure where I picked this up. It's a Perfecto though. Looks kind of cool. And I've never had a God of Fire before. Series B 2010. Okay, cool. All right, so that is basically the long and short of it. That is my stash. So that's it. That's what I've got in the cabinet for now. I know it's going to change again by the time we get around to next year, so we'll do another Humidor Tour next year. But I'm really happy with what I've got so far. Got a lot of great reviews coming out for the rest of the year. Hope you enjoyed this Humidor Tour, and until next time, everybody, smoke a good one.